What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It's Sunday morning. Shout out to everybody who's out there getting it done. I'm over here getting ready to get some tile work done, and then I've got to slip back home and do a couple of things there in the workshop and then drive back up here tonight. So it's going to be a busy, and I've got a live stream at 5 o'clock Eastern, so we'll be doing that as well. So we're going to be getting it in. We're going to be getting it in. We're going to be getting it done. So I just want to, talk for a minute here because this was interesting. I was reading the comments. I wish I had more time in life. There's never enough hours in the day. Working yesterday, worked until 8 o'clock last night and stuff. Posted videos. Keeping up with the Cowboys is a full-time job in itself. And I try and read as many comments as I can. And so this morning I was reading one that said, the Cowboys are screwed money-wise. And here was a plan, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. They said Dak is too expensive, get rid of him, sign Carson Wentz dirt cheap, go out, get Bobby Wagner, an edge rusher, and a running back, and think about how much better you'd be. Okay. All right. Hypothetically, you could go out and get Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz would be dirt cheap. I won't disagree with that statement whatsoever. But had Washington stuck with eyebrows and not brought Carson Wentz back where he threw 3 interceptions and they won that game, we would have had everybody in the NFC East in the playoffs together. Carson Wentz was so bad that the Eagles decided we're going to take a $32 million dead hit to just get rid of him and traded him. The Colts, after 1 year, decided we're just going to get rid of him, took a dead hit. And then Washington had him for 1 year, only played maybe 6 or 7 games, and took a dead hit and got rid of him. I don't know how we think that just getting him as a quarterback will be the answer. I'm just asking for a friend. Now, Bobby Wagner, still a great linebacker. I'm not going to dispute that. And that's the kind of move that the Cowboys would make, bringing a guy after his prime. Always. We ought to just call ourselves the over-the-hill free agent gang. In fact, maybe I'll coin that. Because we always go for guys that have had success, have a name that people recognize, but, your Joe McCoys, your Everson Griffins, your Clinton Ha-Ha Dixes, your Dontari Poes, guys that are names, Darren McFadden, Eddie George. We keep kicking the tires on guys that have a lot of miles on them. And we wonder then why, when you get a car that's got a lot of miles on them, that they don't perform. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that with Carson Wentz and a running back that you're going to be winning more than 12 games. Because Carson Wentz ain't proved he's won shit. Nothing. And he's been on some really good teams. Yeah, that 2017 team, the Eagles had a good team. Be that as it may, here's the problem with the logic that you have. Whether you have Dak or you don't have Dak, you're still going to pay Dak. So your idea is flawed when you say, get rid of Dak and get Carson Wentz, because you're going to pay that $59 million this year. You are. Whether he's here or not. You can cut him. Well, you can cut him and you'll still pay that $59 million. And that's going to keep you from being able to get the other guys. If you're honestly saying, get Bobby Wagner, get an edge rusher, and a running back. You can still do that simply by extending Dak Prescott's contract. And I don't think people seem to understand how the cap works. The signing bonus and the guaranteed money is spread out over the life of the contract. And see, at the moment, what people fail to realize is, at the moment, you owe $59 million for this year, and because you restructured his contracts before, there's another $36 million. So even if you let him play out this year, okay, and say walk, you still have a $36 million hit next year. So thinking that just getting rid of Dak is going to solve your monetary problems, it doesn't. And the place that you need to lay blame on the monetary problems are the Joneses, because they constantly wait until the last minute to try and make deals. As Jerry Jones famously says, deadlines make deals get done. When they get desperate and running out of time, they go through, they do these deals that aren't good deals, and you can't look around. The last good deal that you could actually say the Cowboys did was probably Tyron Smith. That's probably the last one. At the time, everybody thought they were crazy because it was a $90-some million contract for an offensive lineman. But that's been one of the few contracts that you look back and say, the damn Cowboys, they know what they're doing. Because Dak Prescott's contract, they got bent over backwards on that one. Zeke Elliott's, they didn't even kiss him first. Jalen Smith, Michael Gallup, that's where the problem lies, man. It's these contracts that are screwed up. And that's the real issue with the Cowboys. So that sounds like an interesting idea, but I don't see that one being viable. Sorry. Maybe if you said anybody but Carson Wentz, bringing him in, that you wouldn't step back and saying collectively we'll have a good team. But I want you to take note of all of the teams that were playing late in the season. They all had, elite quarterbacks. You think about Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes, and you think about Brock Purdy on a great team. I'm not ready to say he's elite or anything just yet, but you look at even Jared Goff, who is way better than Carson Wentz, having been to a Super Bowl. You don't see scrubs playing late in January. All right, good people. Hope all y'all are having a great day. And looks like it's going to be a little warmer today. Whew. Get this tile done and get down the road and get back up here. As always, I appreciate you guys. Peace.